before we get into Die Hard, let's do that for a minute.
Yeah, let's talk about that.
Little trailer drop.
Yeah, this last week, Marvel released finally the Avengers Endgame trailer.
I was hoping they were just never going to release a trailer.
Well, here's the thing. I with these type of movies that I'm very, very excited about, I always watch the first thing, and then I try to not watch anything
I'm the same
else.
exact way.
Because I want to get, I was excited. I wanted to get hyped.
Yep.
I wanted to, look at it a million times in a million different ways.
Yep.
And now I don't want to know anything else about this movie.
Exactly. I just meant for trolling's sake.
Right.
Because I follow the Marvel subreddit there, and those people are losing their goddamn minds.
Every day.
Every day. It hasn't come out yet. What's the title going to be? It's basically Last Jedi all over again.
The worst part, of course. The worst part about it is everybody was wondering what the title was going to be.
Who cares?
Maybe I've just worked in movies too long.
Right.
It was always going to be Endgame.
Okay.
It was always as soon as Doctor Strange looks at Tony Stark and goes, "We're in the Endgame now."
Right.
It's like, oh yeah, of course this movie's going to be called Endgame.
Well, I think everyone was just taking the directors at their word, because in an interview a couple months ago, they said that the title was not mentioned in the last movie.
Oh yeah,
in Infinity War, which it was.
It was. And
then everybody thought, even Jason a couple maybe a month ago was very adamant where he goes, "It's Annihilation."
Yeah.
I'm like, I mean, you know as much as I do. I don't know.
Yeah. And then there was Mark Ruffalo, and he went on the Tonight Show and did a bit.
Spoiler
Ruffalo, and he said that it was the last Avenger.
Okay.
And that was obviously false.
Okay.
So you were able to watch the trailer. Bill, did you watch the trailer?
I did.
So now, as somebody who's not recently, has recently got into it, Bill, what was your first reaction?
I am jacked up about this. I'm very curious to see who's going to rescue Tony Stark, because he's not just going to float away and die.
Yeah, I mean, the trailer starts with, I'm going to die by tomorrow morning.
Right.
Yeah, but it's also how long they've been floating, because he mentioned losing food 4 days ago.
Yeah.
He's going to lose oxygen
in the morning.
So they've been out there for a hot minute.
Yeah.
Right. And the other thing is, he's either with or she abandoned him, Nebula. She was on Titan with him.
Yes, she's the only one that
and
was
they put her in the trailer, but they kind of tried to sneak it around to make it feel like she was with Captain America. It's like, no, dude, she was on Titan with him.
Yeah, she was with him.
And it's their ship.
Yeah, right.
And one good thing that Marvel did last night was made me want to watch Ant-Man. I had never seen Ant-Man or Ant-Man and the Wasp, so I watched Ant-Man last night.
I have to watch the sequel now.
Yeah,
because I that was the confusing part for me, because I haven't seen the sequel to Ant-Man.
Okay, so the Ant-Man, you can basically just watch the post-credits scene. The biggest problem that Ant-Man and the Wasp has, because I watched it maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago. I hadn't seen it.
It wasn't a run out and see.
It wasn't a run out and see. And
it was one of those that came out far too fucking close to Infinity War.
Right. And so when I heard that it wasn't a continuation, but a parallel story to Infinity War, I was like, I'm so it was to the point after Infinity War that I was like, Incredibles 2 came out, and I wanted them to deal with the effects of the Thanos snap, right? That's where I was at. And so when Ant-Man wasn't a part of it, I was like, I'll wait to see it. I'll get there. So then I finally got there, and I was like, oh, this movie's good, but the only larger implication of the movie is the post-credit scene.
Awesome.
Which is very important.
Okay.
But the movie's good. It's enjoyable. If you go in knowing that it's this is not going to touch on anything with Infinity War, it's going to be good.
So while they're doing the Ant-Man stuff, Infinity War is happening?
Yes. So it's happening. The only thing that I found...
He didn't get a call or tweet or something what the fuck?
His whole thing is that he's on house arrest.
So?
Because of everything that happened in Civil War.
Okay.
So,
all right, I'll buy that for $1.
So he's under house arrest for everything that happened in Civil War.
Sure.
And so he's not supposed to have contact with anybody, especially the people that are, the fugitives like Captain America, whose side he was on.
Sure.
And then all of the stuff, all of his stuff starts happening.
So he breaks his house arrest for Ant-Man and the Wasp shenanigans.
Yeah, basically.
Ant-Man and the Wasp. It's the Italian version. Ant-Man and the Wasp. So he breaks his house arrest for those shenanigans, but not to go help the Avengers.
Basically, you see what's going on, and it's
Just admit it. It's a plot hole.
Look.
It's a plot hole again in a second movie out last year.
My biggest issue with it, I was just about to say, is the fact that we don't see anything play out in the background. So it's not like, hey, we're involved in our own stuff and we're not looking at what's going on.
There's no news footage of New York crumbling again.
But there's no footage of like, hey, there's this giant donut in New York.
Sure.
And Tony Stark is missing.
No man on the street interview with Ned.
Yeah, no.
The greatest Marvel character ever.
Yeah, I'm really glad that
Or Stan Lee, the bus driver.
Or Stanley the bus driver. I'm really hoping that the person in Enter the Spider-Verse is Ned, where they're like, let's not try and freak him out.
Oh, yeah.
I hope that's Ned.
I love Ned.
But the actual trailer,
yes.
What got you, was there anything that got you super, super excited?
Not really. I'll be honest.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm excited for the movie, but
Right.
it's a first trailer, and they did a good job of
Getting you hyped without saying anything?
Yeah, really, because that's exactly what I wanted. I don't want to know anything.
Yeah.
Like I want to see this movie.
Right.
And I'm excited for the movie, but I can't say I was like, oh my god, look at this and look at that. It's just like,
Yeah.
It looked like a very much a continuation of what we just saw. Some of the stuff. Okay, I didn't see Ant-Man and Wasp, so God. Wasp.
Coming to the NAI Pop Network next summer.
Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Ant-Man and the Wasp.
We're covering all the Sopranos.
Yeah.
So I don't know all the Paul Rudd stuff. Why I kind of got it between the shot of his face being dead in the I don't know, the hologram world of dead people.
It was the
and then
missing.
him showing up at the end. I'm like, okay, something must have happened in that movie where they thought he was, but not. Okay.
Yeah, right.
And Stark's helmet, because it was like
well, the weird part about that is
it was an actual like physical helmet, but when he got beat up on Titan, it was that
nanomachine.
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah. It was like a jumpsuit helmet.
It should have been able to regenerate
and got fucked up like a bunch.
Yeah.
But it also wasn't a helmet you could take off. It just disappears.
Yeah, well, it was like regenerated.
Sure.
So you're right. I don't know.
But wouldn't the whole suit regenerate at that point?
Yeah, I
You
don't
can't
know.
just regenerate a helmet.
Yeah.
I don't know all the nanotech or any of that
Yeah,
stuff.
I don't know the
It
specific.
seemed for the trailer. It seemed very convenient, which I'm sure they'll just explain to me.
Right.
Without
And it's going to be super simple.
right.
Yeah.
So it's like, no, you can.
Yeah, no.
Oh, cool. He can regenerate helmets with like an app.
Yeah, right. Yeah. I mean, he built the first one in a cave, and he's got far better technology in this cave. So maybe. The thing that I got the most excited about was Jeremy Renner as Ronan.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Jeremy Renner as Ronan, and so a little bit of history because I am a little bit of a Marvel nerd.
See, I saw the name. I'm not a comic book reader,
Yeah.
so I didn't. I got it. Like, okay, that must be him. But
so there's a Marvel event in the comics that's called the House of M.
Yeah.
And the House of M is a predominantly X-Men storyline
Yeah.
where the Scarlet Witch goes crazy. And the Scarlet Witch's powers are she can basically like bend reality and stuff like that. And so she changes the world into a world where
we got a little bit of that in Ultron.
Right. And so in House of M, that comic book storyline, she changes the world into the entire planet is mutants. And so basically a couple of people like Spider-Man and Hawkeye are there, and they're like, something's weird and something's wrong. And the Scarlet Witch goes crazy and wipes Clint Barton from existence. And it's a very, very cool looking panel. It's a very cool looking panel of him getting like basically just like the snap and everybody like floats away. It's basically kind of that.
Okay.
And so over the course of Marvel comic book nonsense, Captain America gives somebody else the moniker of Hawkeye, like a girl to like carry on his legacy and his bow.
Dick move.
Yeah, dick move. But so she's doing that. In the meantime, Clint Barton comes back from the dead, basically. And instead of becoming Hawkeye again, he becomes Ronin.
Okay.
Who's like a ninja assassin guy.
That's what it looks like.
Yeah, and so he's a pretty badass ninja assassin.
Okay.
And so I was pretty excited about that. And 8 Mile Thor.
Saw that.
I liked 8 Mile Thor. I'm really in on it.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like Chris Hemsworth is going to go box the shit out of somebody. Like, I can't wait. Also, Jamie from For the Pops and I were texting about it, and he said the funniest thing. He goes, I don't know. I need to find the person when this movie actually comes out. When we need to get a clip of when the Hulk actually comes out of Bruce Banner,
Right.
and actually becomes the Hulk, and we need to set that to Stone Cold's theme music.
Okay. Well, see, I was doing that to Thanos last night on Instagram.
Yeah.
That the Thanos reveal, it's all I can see.
Yeah.
It's like that. Yeah, that's
Oh,
cool.
I also loved Thanos the Redeemer.
Thanos the Redeemer, go on.
So, Christ the Redeemer in Rio de Janeiro.
Okay.
The suit.
The suit just there is like a...
Well, we all have coat racks, right?
Yeah, right, I guess.
It's his elliptical machine that he doesn't use
In the
anymore.
shape of a cross?
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
shoulders,
I guess.
whatever.
Yeah,
Got to air that shit out, man. He's been sweating for a while.
Yeah.
There was a great comment I saw. It was one of the first ones I saw on the YouTube page, and it was I don't remember exactly what it said, but it was what planet is he on there?
I don't know what planet he's on.
Well, whatever that was, it was that planet. So he said the comment was that for lack of a better term, you use the word space. That space weed Thanos is growing looks dank as fuck. And I'm just like, you know what? Well done, internet.
Good
well
job.
fucking done.
Good job.
Because it was kind of his gladiator moment there with the whispering through the willows or whatever.
The fingers,
Yeah.
soft focus.
The burned out fucking glove,
Yeah.
gauntlet, whatever.
Yeah. Oh, God.
I did have to go back and watch Infinity War last night.
It's so good.
Oh, God, I was up way too late watching it.
Yeah, of course you were.
Oh, my God.
Of course you were.
But yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
April. Dumb move by DC putting Shazam out the same month.
Yeah.
I am really looking forward to Shazam. I think it looks funny as hell.
Yeah.
But it's going to get destroyed.
It's going to absolutely get destroyed. I also think that for like a number of reasons. One, the far superior superhero movie is going to be Endgame. And then put that on top of the fact that Avengers Endgame is the most anticipated movie ever. So, let's... So any movie that's going to be released in that is going to be terrible.
I mean, what was it? The first Infinity War made $2 billion in like 12 days.
Yeah, something like that.
Good luck. Good luck, Shazam.
Yeah, good luck.
You look adorable.
Yeah, it's fun.
So I can't wait.
I can't wait either.
But let's get into Die Hard.
Die Hard. So